Okay, in this video, I want to talk about how to use Trello to get and stay organized. So Trello is an online tool that you can use to manage tasks for your business or your personal life. And it's something that I've been using for a few years now, and I find incredibly useful to help keep me organized and on track with all the things that I want to do for my business, different projects I'm working on, but also some things that I'm working on in my personal life as well. So I'll just gonna screen share. I'm gonna show you. First thing I'll do is I'll bring up a blog that I've written, which just kind of outlines what Trello is and how you could use it. So if you go to the newcastlestartupweek.com website, and if you go to the blog, on the right-hand side, you will see some logos down here. And there's one for Trello. So Trello, if you click on that, it will take you to this blog. So it's just handy that it's always there if you want to have a look. So in here, I'm just explaining what Trello is. So like I said, I'm going to read out some of what I say. Basically, in my opinion, starting and running your own business it's one of the most exciting, rewarding, and fulfilling things you can do. But it can also sometimes feel a little bit overwhelming when you think of all the many things you need to do to survive and thrive in business, especially if you work on your own, like myself. And although I do still like writing to-do lists in a notepad, so I've got my trusty notepad here. I'm regularly, pretty much, well, every day, all day, I'm writing things in there. I then look at key tasks that I've written down, and I will move them from my notepad into Trello. So it's a really handy way for me to keep track of everything I need to do, and it's really satisfying when I can mark things off as complete. Okay, so with Trello, I'm going to show you what it is. I'm going to bring up an example, but it's an online tool that you sign up for. There's a free version, but there's also paid versions as well. For a lot of people, the free version is more than enough, and I'm currently using the free version, but I think I am on the verge of upgrading to the paid for version, just because I have lots of boards running at the moment, for multiple projects and multiple clients as well. But the other great thing about Trello is you can access it on your desktop, on your PC or your Mac, but you can also access it on your mobile phone and on your iPad or any other tablet device. Okay, so I'll bring up I'll show you what it is, but basically in the Trello board, each column, it's known as a list. So just like a to-do list, so you create a board, so the board for a particular project or for your business or anything, you can have multiple boards, but within the board, you create lists, and then within each list, you have tasks, or what are known as cards. So the cards are the specific things that you want to do for that list. So I'm going to show you, there's just some screenshots here on this blog, which show that what I've done through trial and error and just from working out what works best for me. I like to split my Trello boards into broadly 3 sections. So there's a backlog of tasks that need doing. There's a column of tasks that are in progress, and there's also a column for things that are being completed. So you're basically moving from left to right, so from backlog to in progress to complete. You can have as many different lists, as many different columns as you want, but as a bare minimum, I think you need those 3, or that's how I find it useful. So backlog, in progress, complete. And you can sign up to Trello through here. If you actually sign up using my link here, which is just trello.com/plandigitaluk/recommend, you can sign up for free, but you can also get an upgrade for a month. You can get what's known as Trello Gold, and Trello Gold just unlocks certain features and gives you additional storage for attachments and some other cool little features that otherwise you'd have to pay. I think it's £5 a month. Just bring that up. Yeah, Trello Gold is, yeah, you can it's £5 a month or £45 a year if you want that extra functionality, but you don't need it. But it's just, if you do sign up using my referral link, then you get Trello Gold for a month, so you can see what that's like. Okay. And for the pricing, there is a free version, like I say, you can just sign up for that. And that's probably more than sufficient for most people. Or the next level up is $9.99 annually, or £12.50 a month. And then it goes up to $17.50 per month for 100 users. But the main difference, like I say, 10 boards per team for the free version, and unlimited cards within the board, and unlimited lists. But you do have a limit of any file attachments. And the main reason to upgrade is if you think you're going to need more than 10 boards. So I'm kind of at, I think I'm on 8 at the moment, and I'm planning on creating Trello boards lots more in the coming weeks and months. So I'm probably on the verge of upgrading. Anyway, I'm going to bring up this as an example of a Trello board, just so you can see what I mean. Okay, so in here, you have, I'll see if I can move myself down there. I said before, I like to split it into broadly 3 lists. So you've got your backlog of tasks, you've got your in progress, and you've got complete. But I've actually expanded the backlog further into 5. So a lot of you will know that Newcastle Startup Week, the Startup Week community, a 5-star focus program, my own personal life and professional life, I run it according to 5 themes. So Monday is always inspiration day, Tuesday is always getting started day, Wednesday is always funding and finance day, Thursday is always growing and scaling day, Fridays keep going or pivot. So in here, you would put down different tasks for each day or each theme, or that's how I do it. So this is just an example, but I do have another Trello board which goes into it. It actually has my tasks for each day across the week, for Newcastle Startup Week, but also my planned digital business and other projects that I'm working on. And I also have Trello boards for each client that I work with on the 5-star focus program. So, but think of these 5: inspiration, getting started, funding and finance, growing and scaling, keep going or pivot, as a backlog of tasks. Then you can see there's a column here for in progress. So you move the tasks that you're working on in here when you're still working on them, and then you move completed tasks into here. I've also got an optional column here, which I do tend to use for useful info. So there are certain things that you want to regularly refer to. It could be website, it could be contact details for certain people, you name it. If you just find that this, actually I've got some cards in useful info for certain types of messages that I use again and again, so because I don't want to have to cut and paste. So there are certain emails that I'll always send to somebody when they sign up to become a member of the Startup Week community. So I will always use the same message. So it just makes it easy to just have it saved in Trello, because I'm using that again and again. So I'll show you how. So a brief description of the task would go in here, visible. So I'll bring that up. And then within here, so these are your cards. Okay, so think of your cards as a specific task. So you create a new card, and this is a task. And in here, you can put in a brief description or a title at the top, sorry, then a description, a more detailed description. So you can edit that, you can just type in it, you can cut and paste into it. So you can include links to relevant websites or other resources. You can create checklists, you can put deadlines, or you can even assign tasks to yourself or to other team members if you have them. So I'll just show you here. You can have labels, you can create different labels, you can type over them, so give each color a different name. So it just makes it a bit more visible, so you can see patterns and where format the activity that you're doing. You can give certain things labels. You can set due dates for certain tasks. You can put attachments in here. Checklist is a handy thing, so you can put here, okay, you can create checklist. You can say, give it anything you want, item 1, item 2, whatever, obviously I would probably put more detail into it. But what's nice about that is you'll have the description, so there'll be the specific task description, and then you can just tick things off as you've done it, so you can see what progress you're making towards doing that. There's also, you can track the progress. You can see what changes have been made to the card. If there were more than one team member, you could see who's been doing what in here, just to help you keep track of everything. And then once you've done something, so let's say, okay, if that was in progress, you can just drag it over to in progress. And then once it's finished, you can move it over to complete. Or what you can do is you can just go into it, and from within here, you can move it. You can move it to complete, or you can move it to a different list. You can move it around the Trello board wherever you want. And like I say, you can do this on a desktop, on a PC, or a Mac, or you can do it on your mobile phone, or you can do it on your tablet device as well. So just go back here. So I do, for the 5-day program that I'm running, what I'm calling the 5-star focus program. I do use Trello. So anybody who does that program with me, what I'll do is we have a 1-hour Zoom chat every day, usually in the morning, which is themed according to these 5 themes. So Monday's inspiration, Tuesday's getting started, Wednesday's funding and finance, Thursday's growing and scaling, Fridays keep going or pivot. There's an in progress, a complete, and a useful info. And what we've been doing with the clients so far is on our first call, we're talking about all the things that inspire them, motivate them, why they started their own business, what they're hoping to achieve this year or over the next 6 months or a few months. What are they hoping to get out of doing the program? What would success look like for them? But very importantly, what does inspire them and what motivates them? And off the back of that first conversation, what I will then do is I will create their own unique Trello board for them, and I will put in a series of tasks for them and for me, because I'm working alongside them on a one-to-one basis over 5 days. So off the back of that first call, I'll create a Trello board. There'll be a whole load of tasks. There'll be a column for each of the days. There'll be a whole load of cards in there with tasks. Some are assigned to them, some are assigned to me, some are assigned to both of us. And then across that week, we can just work through all of those different tasks. And it is really satisfying to move things across from backlog to in progress to complete, to see them ticking off their tasks, for them to see that I'm working on stuff as well. And then every day we'll have a catch-up call. We'll talk about how things are going, anything that's stuck on, anything they need help with, what's coming up for the day ahead. And at the end of the 5 days, they achieve so much, and they might not get everything done, and that's okay. Chances are things will probably take longer than they expected, and new things will pop up as the week progresses. People are busy, you have lots of different demands on your time, but having this structure, this 5-step or 5-day structure, I find personally very, very useful for me. It's benefited me so much in my business that I now want lots of other people to try and use this 5-step process, this what I kind of call the startup week system, or the 5-star focus system. And by the end of the week, all the clients I've worked with so far say that how good it was to feel like they were accountable to someone or something, because the best thing about being self-employed and having your own business is you don't have a boss telling you what to do. One of the worst things about being self-employed and working for yourself is you don't have a boss telling you what to do. So you need to create something that keeps you on track, gives you the clarity and the focus that you need to get things done and to be productive. And I find Trello is the best way for me to do it. There are other tools or other systems out there, but Trello I think is a really, really great way of doing it. And it's only through trial and error and from actually using it properly that I understand the power of it. So I hope that was useful. Like I say, go on to newcastlestartupweek.com. You know, from any page that you go to, except for the home page, so any page that you go on to, on the right-hand side, you can find a link to the blog about Trello. Just click on the logo, or you can just type in the search box Trello, and you'll find it. Read about it, see what you think, sign up for it. And I hope you find it useful. And if you do want to know a little bit more, or you actually want to experience using Trello properly over 5 days with myself, check out the 5-star focus program, which you can also find on the website. Okay, that's it. And hope you enjoyed that. I hope you find that useful. Let me know what you think. Okay, thank you.